paradise won't change your mind. Can't shape the lights. I'll take the chance and roll the dice.
Oh, fuck. Yeah. Forgot there was a timer immediately.
Yeah, so there's a timer. We came back in for the timer. So there's an airstrike on the town. So Zach is running forward to save civilians. We were
Specifically Angeal's mother.
right. So we were actually going to take a moment to pause between the episodes, and then it didn't give us the chance. It immediately went into the timer.
I'm saying, and I'm wasting time grabbing shit.
Yeah,
Because, hey, look, it's stuff to grab.
but it
And
doesn't let
then
you
I'll
get
go
it now. All right,
Yeah.
so we saved her. So the thing is about that. So we talked about before how this game has never had a remake and probably won't due to licensing agreement problems. If it was, it's positive that there would be trophies and such in here.
Oh, yeah.
And one of those trophies probably would have been block all of those airstrikes coming in.
Oh, and I have done that.
Yeah, it's not hard, but
Yeah.
it would be annoying to do because the last save point for it is 2 cutscenes prior.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that is kind of the problem with a lot of the Square Enix games that have trophies in them, because they have specific things like, oh, do this without getting hit, or do this X number of times in a row, and usually only have one place in the game where you can do that thing.
Yep.
And it's usually a couple of cutscenes after a save point. So it's just, they're very time consuming to do. Or they like to not stack difficulty trophies.
Yes, that's always annoying as
yeah,
hell.
so
Oh,
that's-
do this thing on normal, then do this thing on hard, then do it on very hard. Oh,
Right.
doing it on very hard doesn't get you the lower difficulties.
Exactly.
Fuck that.
Play through this 20 to 30 hour game
3 times.
or more times.
Shut up! All that awaits
Mass Effect 1 made you do that. You had to, but
You had to beat the game twice for one of the trophies, and one of them was also beat the game on very hard difficulty. Thankfully, in the sequels, rather than making you play through the game twice, it was either play through this game twice or upload previous game data and then play through this game once.
Yeah, and then you could play it on Insanity difficulty, which in 2 was actually a challenge.
Yes.
Whereas Insanity on 3, because you were able to import your characters, was just like, oh, why is this supposed to be difficult? So, if he gets it, there you go. Okay, so he's gonna have his chain slash here. So normally Chris would not have been able to target Bahamut because Bahamut
off
flies.
screen.
But limit breaks don't care. If there is a target anywhere, the limit break will hit them. Period. So yeah, see, so Chris can only hit him with ranged attacks here, but if this limit break goes off, yep, it does. There you go.
And I got a thing to level up. What level? Cure. Yay.
Hey, even if all the rest of them stay at 1, having your cure upgraded is a good thing.
Here we go.
The episodic nature of the Final Fantasy VII remake.
Yes.
That's what we were talking about last time. This one's hard to dodge. It's doable, but yeah, okay.
It also helps if you don't run into an invisible wall.
Right. So the Final Fantasy VII remake that everyone has actually been clamoring for basically since the original Final Fantasy VII was released. Or not, that's not really true. Since the PlayStation 2 era, people have wanted a remake with the updated graphics. When Final Fantasy X was released, and people were like, oh god, look at what they can do with this new engine.
Yes.
And people have been wanting a remake since then.
And as much as people have complaints about Final Fantasy X, and a lot of them are legitimate complaints, I will acknowledge that even though I love the game, it's a very pretty game.
Yeah. So people have been clamoring for that since then, and Square likes to tease us that every time a new system comes out, they've done the whole tech demo with the opening cutscene from 7 over and over and over again. Thus, the kind of the joke we made at the beginning of this series. But they're finally doing it. They're finally doing the HD remake, but it's an actual remake, unlike the remaster that people were kind of expecting. So, and they're doing it episodically, which, if they do it right, can be good.
Yes.
But I think a lot of people are kind of expecting it to be the Telltale thing, where, yes, Telltale games are good and they work towards an episodic nature, but an RPG like this
would not do well remade as that kind of episodic thing.
Right, whereas if they do... I'm trying to think of RPGs that have been episodic that would actually be decent in that sort of format. Or that have been decent in that sort of format. Because there have been.
Yes.
The
closest thing I'm thinking of would be like .hack.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, and the first .hack, not the so what do they call it? It was Outbreak, whatever.
Yeah.
Between episodes, we'll go take a look. Chris owns all of them.
I own all of the first set of games.
Yeah, there's been a lot of .hack games since then. But you're right. If they did it like that, it would be. I remember Level 1 Thunder only has a limited range.
Yep.
That would be a good way to do it. I mean, we'll see what they do.
Yeah.
I'm sure Square has kind of been paying attention, because the last time they did an episodic release was Final Fantasy IV: The After Years, which was supposed to be the kind of sequel for Final Fantasy IV, and that was not well received at all. So this might save your ass considering what he just cast.
It's just Lightning Bolt.
Yeah, but Lightning Bolt is...
That hasn't been hitting hard. I did get hit by it a couple times. It's his Mega Flare that's a giant pain in the ass.
Right.
Oh, goody.
No,
it's not much.
Yeah, it dropped you right in the center of it. Already queued up the cure, so it'll go off as soon as you...
Hopefully. Oh, good, I can't skip it.
Yeah, you have to watch it once. You can skip it every time after that. No, he interrupted the cure.
Nope, he didn't.
Oh, okay.
It looks like he did.
Oh, but you had finished the casting animation.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, so we'll see what happens. I've watched a few of the videos, and it looks to be... The actual gameplay looks to be in a style similar to this, to Crisis Core and Kingdom Hearts gameplay,
Good.
which I wouldn't mind.
Yeah.
Like, Final Fantasy VII was... people don't like to admit it. They're like, oh yeah, it's a more grounded, realistic Final Fantasy. It's not. It is one of the most over-the-top Final Fantasy games.
Yeah.
Just because it's high fantasy... Oh, hey.
Fire? Fire.
Yeah. Just because it was more techno fantasy than the high fantasy of the traditional Final Fantasy games doesn't make it any less over the top. And
yes.
In fact, because they did the techno fantasy instead of the high fantasy, the actual fantasy aspects of it seem to be more ridiculous because of that. Like, it almost felt like they were making up for it with some of it. Like, so Final Fantasy has always kind of had kind of ridiculous summons, and they would take over the screen for a bit, but they were never at... Final Fantasy VII was the introduction of the cinematic summons, where you had the... so close. The cinematic summons, where you had effectively a cutscene every time some summon happened, and in the original version you couldn't skip them. It was you summoned and went. So
Invincible! Screw you!
Oftentimes, my fight with the final boss, because I had W summon and Knight to the Round, and then a bunch of characters with mime would be W summon, double Knight to the Round, mime. And you could get the mime commands in before Knights of the Round actually started, and then walk away from the TV.
For like 20 minutes.
Yeah, because that command sequence took about 20 minutes, because Knights of the Round, each time it was cast, was about 3.5 minutes. And there was no way to skip it. but it was a guaranteed kill on the final boss because while Knights of the Round is happening, no one else is allowed to do anything. Like, they can input their commands, but the commands went into a command queue. It was just the way it was. And ever since then, you've had the... Hey,
I'm gonna punch Bahamut.
Yeah, you're gonna punch a dragon. Good job there, Chris. So... That's just the way it was. I like the way 10 did its summons, where they actively shielded your party by effectively being a extra character you had while they were out. Unfortunately, the way that was done, it kind of made Yuna's personal...
her overdrive was...
Yeah, her personal
was
overdrive
nice because it gave the summon a full overdrive bar, meaning you could get a double summon overdrive, which was really nice.
You could, but at the same time, it was also kind of like, well, that kind of sucks for you.
Yeah. Oh, look, I'm going to Mega Flare you twice with Bahamut. Or, oh no, I'm going to drop Anima's overdrive on you twice in a row.
Anima's punch chain. Anima will turn you into a punching bag twice over. Genesis has a...
He has a wing.
He has one wing. Ooh. Sephiroth. No.
Nor honor.
Aw, that's unfortunate. What they don't show you with him flying is because he only has the one wing, everything is done in a spiral.
Oh, of course.
As he goes up.
You can't fly with one wing on the side like that in a straight line.
Yeah, so they cut away from that so that he looks more badass. But actually, what you don't see is the fact that Genesis is doing this weird, loopy, just looking like really goofy thing as he goes. So, yes. Genesis has one wing and then
town
blows
gets
everything.
airstriked.
Because it's a Final Fantasy game, so you can't have a town where someone's family lived without it getting set on fire or blown up.
Yep. And that means this is the end of Dumb Apples.
What about Dumb Apples?
Oh, I suppose we can take you away from the airstrike. Yeah, hop on the helicopter.
I love the smell of napalm in the morning. Okay, yep, so this is where that image comes from that is seen on the internet quite a bit.
Yep.
Angio.
Sephiroth! No. Yeah, there's Genesis. You can tell he's the main character. He showed up in one of the between chapter cards.
He has a name and a unique model.
Ooh. Wait, who's that blonde in the back of the save?
I haven't got a clue. It couldn't possibly be someone we've seen 100,000 times.
Nah, can't possibly be important. Not at all.
Angio.
He's wearing a Shinra infantry uniform. He's obviously unimportant.
He's generic guard McGee.
Exactly.
So he won't be important. Wait, does he have a name?
Of course not.
If
He's
he
just
don't-
some dreamer with his head in the clouds.
But if he has a name, then there might be, some sort of silver lining to him being in this story.
True.
It's Squall.
Oh, yeah, gotta be Squall.
Gotta be Squall.
Only possible explanation.
Yes.
Zach here.
It's been a while, Zach.
I don't know a single person who actually answers their phone
Oh, all right.
like that.
Yeah,
Everyone
it's very
I call, partly due to caller ID, people instantly know who it is that's calling them. But even so, most people when I call go, "Who is it?" or "What do you need?" Like,
Hello.
hello. They don't, actively say who has answered the phone.
Hey, look, new missions. Not doing them.
Nope. Chris might end up doing missions off screen between episodes at some point just to pick up some extra stuff. He might record them and give you minor commentary, but they won't be... They'll be like bonus episodes that we're not going to include in the main
They'll be side
thing.
things.
Or we won't run them on main days. If Chris ends up doing them and they end up being something we end up recording, they'll be just like bonus extra stuff. They're not going to eat up main episode slots. Oh yeah, we have materia fusion now, right?
No, we don't get fusion until we get promoted.
Ooh, and we have to unlock the ability.
We have to be allowed to use the facility.
Right. So where are we going now? I kind of didn't pay attention to that cutscene at all.
Trying to find the. I think it's the
elevators.
elevators that I'm looking for.
Oh, but we have mail.
Friggin'.
What is it? President has declared something. The war is over. Yeah, so we've...
Briefing room, I think that's where I need to go.
Yep, so that we can actually continue the story. Because, as we've said, the hubs are not really necessary. Because at any save point, you can just... Oh, are we... No, we're still in blue.
Yep.
Call yourself... I don't think you understand. The most important thing about my dialogue is... bye.
You don't know what soldiers being about.
Just last month...
I'm a nameless, faceless schmuck.
Yay! I'm getting in the way and getting yelled at. I'm thinking of quitting because people don't like me.
Oh, that's right. This is the guy that can't do his own job, so we offer to do it for him.
Right. We go on his missions and he gets promoted for them because
He gets credit, he gets promotions, he gets everything for us doing his fucking job.
Right. Go ahead and check your locker, see if there's anything in it that we need.
Hey look, new mission available. It's the one that he just gave me.
Is it? Yeah.
I'm just gonna show you guys, I'm not actually doing it.
So, yeah, so we got...
I think it's that one? I don't know. Unimportant.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of missions.
There's hundreds of them. It's crazy.
In here. But
Starbound.
The main story stuff is mostly done through interacting with people. You only have 2 accessories you're allowed to have right now?
Yes.
Right? Although you can...
Yeah, I don't care about poison prevention right now.
Since your earrings are only plus magic, you might as well increase your spirit. The bronze bangle, I think you can...
Is hit points plus 10%. I'm going to keep that one on.
Okay.
Because, yeah.
Wait, we got a... Oh, you equipped the force person. I was like,
yes.
Something new.
Prefer thunder to fire, but fire's level 2. Fine.
Yep, just stick with it for now. I mean, until you get fusions, it doesn't really matter what you use. So that was the... Where are we supposed to go right now?
I haven't got a clue. I'm going to try the elevators.
Yep.
No,
we're going to figure this out before we end the episode, because, god damn it.
Hey, look.
Okay,
I
good.
walked over this way and stuff happened. This is where I'm supposed to go.
Oh, it's Kunzel, our buddy. Hey, Kunzel.
Hear about everything I did?
Wait, so did we get promoted to first class or not?
No.
Okay. Because
We're still
Kunzel's a second class, because he's wearing the purple.
I think we're in this blue outfit because we're...
To differentiate us from the rest of the second class? Okay.
Yeah.
We're second class rank 1 because we don't have to wear a helmet because we're a protagonist.
We have a
There we go, the
face.
director's office. All right, folks, we will go up to the director's office and meet Sephiroth and get yelled at and other things. And we'll see you. Bye.
Like I'll never die. I lose my head in the starry skies. Can't change